Libraries can introduce us directly to Thomas Jefferson or Benjamin Franklin. They can introduce us to Dolly Madison. So libraries are one of the central repositories of our community's identity.
In a strong community, the public library should be the heart of the community. It should be a place where people can feel comfortable going to and visiting and having whatever their needs are met when they go.
At any time on any given day, you can walk through the library and you can see people all the way from infants up to senior citizens. And I think that's really kind of tells a story about what a good mix our community is and what a good mix the library can bring together.
There's nothing more powerful than someone following their own dream, and the library is a place where those dreams can be discovered. Andrew Carnegie made donations all across the country to found or to create libraries. And the Stout family was so very interested in that they actually donated the land to create the library.
I remember when I was a kid and coming down to the library, you walk in off of 11th Street through the big wooden doors. You had all of the marble floors, and you'd be able to look off and see the stacks with the glass floors, and people were milling about, and it was really, an impressive building all in of itself. This building stands for a lot of Dubuque's history and culture, and it's really a symbol of what we are as a community.
The Carnegie Stout Free Public Library, and the idea was that these were donations from people who had made fairly significant fortunes in industry, and where do they choose to spend their money? On libraries. So now for over a century, this library has served all walks of life.
When I was a child, I used to go to that library, and once you got into the old way that you used to go in, the grand way, where those big pillars were, then you saw this marvelous checkout desk, and here was this impressive librarian behind there, and you got to walk up and hardly your nose probably didn't even reach the level of that checkout desk. There's still something about actually holding a book and taking it somewhere special and then just getting lost in that book and whatever world it offers you.
I've been here about 5 years now, and we have made some progress, and we have really done a good job about meeting community needs. But we're somewhat hindered by where we can go in our facility. So, for example, we've got this patchwork thing going on. On the first floor, you come to the library, and someone says, "Where do I find the Westerns?" "Oh, those are over there." But, "Oh, fiction's over there." "No, mystery's down there, and the large print's there, and, they're all over the place." "Well, where are the DVDs?" "Well, they should be by the videos." "No, they're over here." And we've sort of had to grow the library wherever we could plop down the format. Trying to get people in the library to sit and relax and read, well, people are going to run in here, they're going to get what they need, and they're going to leave. We don't have the comfy seating, we don't have the natural light. The environment just isn't conducive to a long, relaxing read or study because we're pretty much cramped.
Currently, we do have a teen zone that is literally carved out of the current children's room.
So we just took away from the children's services, put the teens there. Of course, they don't want to be with kids either, but we put them up there to give them more room. It's a temporary sort of arrangement with temporary walls. But that, that's progress. At least we have some space now for young adults. They have their own computers, and they have a little more room to browse. It's a challenge. Where do you go next?
Interesting enough, 8,000 square feet of the Carnegie Stout Library is not being used. And we can restore this 8,000 square feet, bring a collection to the forefront, and create some pride and create a personal experience for the younger generations and the future generations.
You have to be able to come in and buy a cup of coffee and sit down in a nice comfortable chair by a well-lit window and be able to read it.
There are aspects to that library that need to be uncovered and improved. that will provide us a new opportunity to enjoy the aesthetics of the architecture. In addition to the aesthetics, as a result of this renovation, it's going to make our library more efficient.
One of the nice things that will happen through the renovation will be we will have an expanded teen area.
For the longest time it was just 2 chairs and that was the teen center. It's a little bit better now. The opportunity to open up space and just have places where people can come, enjoy themselves, surf the internet, that will really bring a lot more teens into the library and expose them to reading as well.
Several years ago, you wouldn't have had things that you see now, like internet terminals, in almost every corner of the building, and they're always full. I don't think that the founders of the library ever envisioned something like that would be necessary.
Internet and computer access is very important at the public library because a lot of people do not have the capability to purchase a computer at home, and definitely not to have high-speed internet access the way that we do. And for a lot of people, they would be really missing out on that technology if they did not have that available here.
Having a renovated and new, illustrious type of library will fit into everything else we're doing in Dubuque. It makes all the sense in the world. I would truly hope that everybody else in Dubuque would be as excited as I am about what this new developed library with its improvements will mean to us.
There's no greater story for the downtown area. A library, more than any other project, provides an opportunity for the existing community to really get the community actively involved coming downtown, and frankly for a right, a noble, and a good purpose.
I think everyone remembers going to the library when they were little, and as a parent you want to pass that on to your children, and you certainly want to take them to a fun library. To make it a better place through these renovations would only enhance that.
I was just an ordinary blue-collar kid, but we were given the kind of education that you'd call a white-collar education, and part of that was because of our library and the access that we had to the public library, and that's true today. We can make those children's lives much bigger. To own a library card is like a pass to magic, anywhere you want to go. It's like a flying carpet.
The library is really a nice, family-oriented environment. It's healthy, it's wholesome. It's the kind of place that you feel comfortable and you feel secure in the library as well.
We can be part of a positive change in our community. And by helping someone get those tools to learn how to read, or seeing someone's eyes light up when they get their favorite author's book, or when they get a new book, when they have just had a very enjoyable evening through a library program, it makes a difference in their lives. And the bottom line then is that you're a part of positive change.
We provide more than just the books and the things that you see on the shelves. I had a mother tell me just the other day that this place was such a blessing to her son, and he is in speech therapy and he's getting a lot out of it, but she says the things that he really wants to do, that he wants to be verbal about, are the songs that we sing him in story time.
Paying forward's important, and this is one of those times where the generations that have enjoyed this library will need to be committed for us to provide these experiences for future generations.
The library is probably the only place in Dubuque that has benefited me all the way from preschool up to high school age and beyond. Support the library. It supported me. It can support everyone.
See you at the library.